What's up, my name is Kaz. What's up, legends? Welcome back to the Anonymous YouTube channel. So, guys, I hope each and everyone, guys, is having a good day. And I hope, guys, each and everyone has managed to accomplish something significant today, guys. Because yesterday we provided some setups, and I'm pretty sure each and everyone has managed to make some money. And those that haven't accomplished anything today, guys, don't be discouraged, guys. So, what I advise, guys, just stick with the anonymous traders, because we all know the anonymous traders' mission here is to make sure that each and everyone and that financial freedom. How are we providing that financial freedom, guys? We provide mentorship, we provide signals, and guys, we shall never charge you anything for anything, guys. As you see, we provide here mentorship, we fund traders, because guys, even we have a going what we have an ongoing program of funding traders, those that are consistent. You get my point, guys. We shall be giving you your cash, we shall not be giving you demo accounts, guys. As long as your history is good, you can show some good results. Why not just them the anonymous traders? We see, guys, we can help you to accomplish something in life. You get my point, guys. And those that are still learning, we are providing the mentorship. Those that are consistent, we are funding you. And guys, those that need setups and signals, we do this and each and every day, guys. All you have to do, just hit that subscribe button, like, comment, even share to friends. So, guys, here we go again, guys. I hope, guys, you remember this setup that we provided yesterday on our YouTube channel. You remember very well. We told you about taking the what we told you. You shall be taking our entry just here in this liquidity. Let's be the liquidity. And as we planned, the guys, we took our setups here on the liquidity, and guys, we dropped. And I think, guys, we are still dropping. No, we are still dropping more. So, guys, let me first show you the setup, how we provided it. As you can see, this is the channel for the anonymous traders, and you can see this is the setup that we just provided. We told you that we shall be taking trades right here in the liquidity, so we shall not be sweeping this liquidity first. We have to first at least cover up this imbalance. As you know, guys, I've been explaining each and everything. So the same stuff just happened here. You can see this is the liquidity that I was talking about. We took our trades exactly here on the liquidity, and here we go again, guys. We are looking for more entries until we hit our TP, guys, down. So, guys, here we go, guys. How are we going to be taking our entries, guys? So, guys, very recently I told you, let me first remove this for you. Let me first remove this for you, because, guys, they are no longer valid. You get my point? They are no longer valid. We already took them, and I'm still holding my positions, guys. So those that are asking me how I draw these ones, guys, make sure that you at least follow our mentorship program that we are providing here on our YouTube channel. Make sure that you watch from part 1 so that you can be able to accomplish some knowledge. So, guys, we know that this is the financial freedom. Sorry. So here it is, guys. Why are we going to take more trades on the Euro USD? Guys, very recently I told you, whenever you are trading, always first follow that trend. Get my point? So currently, guys, here you can see that this trend on the Euro USD is currently going downside. But if we go on the higher time frames, it's moving upside. But remember, the price will never move in one direction. At least it has to give some pullback. So get my point, guys. So if we draw like this, you can see that this price is currently going down. Get my point? We are making a pullback. But we have to get to know, where is this pullback going to stop from? You get my point? Where do we expect this pullback to stop from before we proceed? So this is here what we are trying to track down. So, guys, we told you we shall be taking ourselves. Those that remember very well, we started taking ourselves from right here. It was yesterday, since we don't trade demand. You get my point? So we were aiming this move, the imbalance. At least we need to cover up half of the imbalance. And if we try marking this zone right here, and I can show you right here, you can see that here we haven't even reached in the half. So yesterday I told you why this asset stopped from here, and I told you reason here. We had an order block right here. If you try pushing, you can see that this order block was mitigated, but it was not a bit strong to stop price from moving down. So I only hope that this price will be stopping from this range right here down. You get my point? Why? Because, guys, those that are following our mentorship program, those that are watched the part 1, you know the reason to why we are targeting this zone right here. The momentum candle, we always prefer the momentum candles, where the origin of the move started from. Is where we put our TP when price is coming back. So, guys, sorry for taking you through that. So, guys, first watch this. We are currently seeing that this price is currently moving down. Rule number 1, we are not breaking the rule. We have managed at least to follow rule number 1, that always first follow the market trend. But if we do right here, you can see still that the price is moving down. And I told you guys, whenever you are approaching it, after getting to know what's the current market trend, draw your, at least try to track it down, because we shall not consider this to be the what? We shall consider this to be the highs, consider this to be the liquidity. You get my point? But we can see currently this peak wasn't broken by this, but later on we saw this price broke moving down. You get my point? So meaning we consider this to be the break of structure. So in this consider this to be the higher time frame. But if we move into lower time frames, you get my point? If we go into lower time frames, you shall find that at least again we have some inside what we have an inside structure. Get my point, guys? So consider this to be the inside structure. You can see if you draw your trend line right here, you can draw your trend line right here. You can see that this price is not breaking, has not yet broke this previous week's, as you can see, but it's breaking, going down. You get my point, guys? So here we are going to try tracking it down. We see how we shall be taking our entries. You get my point, guys? So here it is, guys. As you can see, at times I at least mix some strategies like the price action, the ICT, the SMC, just to get something that is good. So I mix a lot of confluences to get something that is good. That's why at times, guys, you see that our setups go in the right direction as we predicted them. Because, guys, at times I mix some strategy. It's not good to trust one strategy, but everything has advantage and disadvantage. It's good to follow one strategy. It's bad to use. It's good to have one strategy. It's bad to have one strategy. You get my point, guys? That's why me at times I mix. So here I've seen that this price, as you can see, this price has been touching this zone multiple times, as you can see, and currently here it's ranging from here, meaning that this zone is a bit strong. You get my point? And again, if we pull here up, again you can see that we have another strong zone, as you can see. So I think this price will consolidate from this level, but I think this level won't be strong enough. It won't be strong enough for the bears. So what I want to see right now, if this price is to move down, as you can see that here we have another block. But for me, what I want to see, this price. Sorry, let me show you where should we start from tracking it. Let me draw my trend line. As I told you, it at least has to be in 60. At least it has to be at around 60 degrees. You get my point? Don't draw your trend line looking like this. This is not a trend line. This is not a trend line. This is not a trend line. But at least it has to be a bit sleep. You get my point? At least it has to sleep a bit, because price will never move in the one direction like this or like this or like this. If you draw a trend line and you find it's like this, guys, check yourself. At least it has to be a bit down. You get my point? So here it is. So I'll be using this line. So what I want to see, guys, currently is seeing that this price, even if it drops, it gets back on the trend line. It keeps moving, it keeps moving, it keeps moving. You get my point? It keeps moving. They break, they go, they do their stuffs until they reach in this zone. Because whatever we are doing, guys, we need to touch this zone, because you can see this zone is a bit strong right now. It's a bit strong. You get my point? So we need at least to touch this zone. After touching this zone, this is where we shall be getting our confirmations to proceed down. You get my point, guys? I don't know if guys have made some sense, guys. So why am I taking this zone? Remember, this zone I've mixed price action. Rule number one, I haven't gone against that trend. That's rule number one. Currently, we see that the price is currently making what? Is currently trying to make a pullback. You get my point? Because price will never move in one direction. Get my point, guys? After knowing that price is currently moving downside in the lower time frame, but in the major time frame, the higher time frames, we are in an uptrend. But remember, price will never move in one direction. So currently we see it's currently doing a pullback in lower time frames, but in the higher time frames it's currently moving upside. You get my point? So we shall at least need this price to get back into this range just to cover up the half of the imbalance. So how are we going to take ourselves? And guys, remember to join our Telegram groups, because guys, if we provide here setups, we have to keep you updated. Remember, this price changes each and every time, because guys, anything or any fundamental can happen, and we all know that one fundamental can change the market structure. You get my point? That's why we recommend you to join our Telegram group, so that first of all, these are the gains that you are going to get from our Telegram group. First of all, you'll be funded if in case you are consistent. You will be participating in giveaways. Even note that. And another thing, we shall be keeping you on updates that are happening in the financial markets, because guys, we break down the fundamentals like CPI, we form C, each and every fundamental that you know, the unemployment claims, all the fundamentals that you know, anything concerning the financial market, we provide setup on it. You see, even on the weekends, we do trade the BTC, and the BTC is currently giving some massive pips that I've shown you in our Telegram group. So, guys, here it is. Why am I taking this level? Why am I considering this level? As we can see that we have a lot of price action from this zone. You see, guys, you see this price went up, then it came interested on this zone, then they made some hunt, they went, they came. You know, you see how they are playing around with this range right here. It shows that it has somewhat, it has some huge momentum right here, and even here this level it's a bit strong. But remember, here we have some liquidity. But if you find that your entry point does not have liquidity, bro, just run for your life. You get my point. Make sure that where you have your point, there must be some liquidity. If your point is not having some liquidity, just know you are the liquidity. You get my point. So make sure that at least your point, the entry point, has some liquidity. Note, if your entry point does not have some liquidity, guys, bro, sister, just know you are going to become the liquidity in the financial market. So to prevent all that stuff, that make sure that your entry point at least has some liquidity. Some liquidity. As I showed you in the on this level before we took this trade right here, where is it? So right here, when I told you that we are going to sell, you get my point. I saw that here we had some liquidity, so we took our entries from here. You get my order block. Then they handed us a little bit, then we are deep in profits, and up to now we are still holding, though we applied some BE. You get my point? The break even. You get my point? So if you find that your entry does not have liquidity, bro, just run for your life. Don't take that trade. And I told you another thing. If you find that the asset has given a small accumulation away from your zone, again your zone won't be valid until they will just break. You get my point? So why the reason why, first of all, I took this range right here, we see we had some momentum that came in and broke this previous week. This indicated to me that we are in an uptrend current. You get my point? Later on, I saw that we had some liquidity right here. So after marking this liquidity, I looked for the nearby order block. You get my point? That's why I suggested this order block, and I target this liquidity. So I knew they will come into this order block. They will start reacting from this order block. They will need to sweep out this liquidity before they proceed down. That's why I managed to take my trades with confidence. Reason, I knew my entry had some liquidity, and another thing, they had at least reacted a lot from away from my range. So again, it's trying to appear from here. So here we can see that currently we have some liquidity right here, as you can see. Let me see. As you can see that we are having some liquidity right here, that it needs to be swept. You get my point? You can see that liquidity right here. And even if you try looking for the nearby order block, you can see that here, even here we have another liquidity right here. So for me, I won't be looking at this liquidity, but for me, I'll be looking at price action. Get my point? Even if they give some weeks, as long as you are applying some risk management, they won't be affecting you a lot. You get my point, guys? So rule number one, always go, never trade against the trend. Rule number two, guys, at least try applying some risk management, guys. Get my point? In this, I mean, at least first try working on your growth. You get my point? First, work on your growth. How? If you have $10, at least even if you create a game plan and say that I'm going to spend a year using 0.01, you keep that consistency. Trust me, in the next few years, guys, you'll be using big lot sizes. You get my point? Rather than having your $30, then you put lot 0.10. You get my point? Just the market goes against you some few pips, your account is blown, then they move in your direction. So for me, why am I still in this financial market? First of all, I use risk management. Second of all, I first worked on growth. You get my point? I worked on growth. I know it's painful to use 0.01 on the start, but bro, just take that. Okay, yeah, nothing to do, guys. You have to do that so that you work on your growth first. You get my point? If you use 0.0.1 for a long period of time, and I'm pretty sure in just 2 months, guys, you could be having, let's say you are making $10. You are making $10. 1 month, I'm pretty sure you could be having at least $300 if you be trading each and every day, guys. So consider in 2 months you have something like 600. You get my point? So you see, that's how money works. You get my point? Rather than trying to put big lot sizes, then just a small move, your account is gone. You get my point? Just use some risk management, you will be able to accomplish something, guys, rather than using big lot sizes, wasting your money. You get my point? So work on growth. Get my point? One day you shall make it, and I have a lot of belief in those people that are following us. Cause guys, if you find that your master made it, just know you are the next one to make it. That's why it's good to surround yourself with big traders. You never know, you might be the next big trader. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share to friends. Because guys, here we provide all the knowledge we use to approach the financial market. So here we see, guys, this is the strong zone. You get my point? So I usually don't want to darten my chart, so I'll first remove these stuffs right here. I'll first remove these trend lines, but you reach at a point when you no longer need them. You get my point? Let me just remove them. Okay, here it is, guys. You can see what we are waiting to see currently here. We are waiting to see price moving. We can see that this is a strong zone. You never know, they may consolidate from this zone. That's why I have I've done something that will this week right here, that the asset will at least give some to break it will make some breakouts on the trend line. These fake breakouts, you get my point. Someone will wait for a retest, the price will just continue. Why? For us, we are waiting for this zone right here. You can see that it's having some price action right here, and our entry zone is having some liquidity just above here. So as I've told you, as long as your zone does not have any liquidity, bro, just know you are the liquidity. You get my point? And what we are trying to fight against, it's not us being the liquidity in the market. You get my point? So if you find that your entry does not have nearby liquidity, you act as the liquidity. You get my point? But if you see that there is some liquidity, just know your entry is safe. And as long as you see that they have made some big accumulation away from your entry, just know still, guys, you are safe. You get my point? So we shall take our trades from here. Remember, for us, we first wait for them to sweep the liquidity. After them sweeping the liquidity, remember, wait for some type of SMT, that's Matman trap, or the rest what they call divergence. After receiving a small divergence, then we take our trades. You get my point? But mainly here we put our position, maybe a small position according to your account. Because for me, I might put I might put like one lot. You get my point? Considering that to be a small lot to me. You get my point? But for you, it might be a big lot. So apply a lot, a starting lot. Depending on your account size. You get my point, guys? So I think, guys, that's for today, guys. I think that's for today. For the Euro USD, we are still bears. You get my point? We are still bears because, guys, at least we need to cover up this imbalance right here that have been showing you. Remember, the asset will never, just imagine your USD just moving in one direction just like that. These are not indices. These are not indices, bro. These are what? These are currency pairs. You get my point? They never move in one direction. Today you may find that dollar is on the moon. You'll find the next day the dollar in the dip. You get my point? So that's it, guys. As you can see, even right here, see that we are not moving in just one direction. At least to receive some pullbacks. Here, people will move their positions. Price goes just like that. So same here applies here. As you can see, now it's like this, guys. Just watch this. You see this move right here. You see this move right here. This move right here. Consider this move right here to be this move right here. What happened? They came back to the origin where the move started from. You can see. Let me draw it for you. You can see where the move started from. Let me first zoom in so that you can see a clear peak. Let me zoom in for you so that you can see a clear peak. Let me zoom in for you. So here it is, guys. Price was moving upside, but later on received some candles that came in at least to cover up this gap right here. You can see where the origin of the move started from. If we draw our what? If we draw like this, you can see that the price came in back to the original place. And again, it applies here. You can see this move right here. Consider this move right here to be this move right here. Get my point? So at least we need to come back to the origin of the move, and the move, you can see this move started from here. Get my point? So that's it, guys. The past tells the future. You get my point? So here we go. As I've told you guys, consider this to be a strong zone. This zone, you can see we are having a lot of price action. You can see our price is consolidating from here, but we shall be aiming this strong zone. So what I'm waiting to see, I'm waiting to see this price moving up back into this range of price action. After getting back into this range right here, I'll be waiting for my confirmation for my new selling model. After receiving a selling model, I'll be placing my trades. But for now, I recommend, at least if price gets into this zone, risk some dollars. Yeah, risk some dollars, maybe 1 to 2. You never know, price might even just react even without even giving a confirmation. You get my point? So that's why whenever they get into my zone, I always risk some dollars. I don't wait for confirmation. Already I have a confirmation that I can see that price is reacting more in this zone. So if they get into this zone, I expect them to react. So here, just risk some dollars. And as I told you guys, for us, we don't put stop losses, but we risk depending on our capital. If you have $10, we say a trade you are going to risk on $2 to 1. You get my point? So that's how we apply our stop losses. We don't have that our stop loss, we are going to put it around, let's say 1.0941. No, 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 no. That's not how it works. For us, we put us we actually depend on we depend on what? On our account sizes. You get my point? So if you said that today you are going to risk $10, even if price gets up to here, as long as your $2 are not yet hit, you don't get out. You get my point? So I think, guys, that's for today, guys. Let's not waste a lot of time. And guys, I think that's for today, guys. Have a nice day. God bless.